This video is brought to you by EASYBET. Click the link in the description to sign up and use code FANS50 to receive a 50 Rand sign-up bonus. And also, T&Cs apply. Under 18s are not permitted to gamble. Welcome to my FANS Wethu TV. It's the Betway Premiership. Stellenbosch 0, Kaizer Chiefs 2. I'm joined by Mr. Tatiana.
Tatana the Tsonga Oak.
Yes, sir.
I forget
that part.
Nice, chill to talk. What a way to, start the Betway Premiership.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say because also I'm still licking my wounds from my team's defeat, but it's not about Orlando Pirates. It is Stellenbosch that was playing Kaizer Chiefs. I think a Kaizer Chiefs that ended on a high, and there's something that we should not kind of be oblivious of, because Kaizer Chiefs can play the preseason, right, and not really have a good season, but somehow. As everybody we've been saying, they've been playing well-structured teams. They were hard to be able to break them down, right? But then it is a lesson that they can be able to take and be able to integrate it into our league, because when you look at our league, it's end-to-end stuff. You don't play teams that are very well-structured tactically and all of that, right? And it's something that could be a benefit to them. But coming to today's game. We saw what an entertaining game,
That's been fine.
Yeah, man. I think Kaizer Chiefs came with a 4-3-3. So in the middle of the park, though, it was very questionable because there was no literally a defensive midfielder. So they had Ucele and Ngobo, and just in front of them it was Umtutuzi. Left wing forward it was Lollipop. Who was the striker again? The young Hlongwane, I'm so happy to see him. I don't want to lie to you, bro. This season, I just want to see more young people being given a chance, and it's proven it will, grow football. Then on the right wing wing forward, they gave chance to Uduba. Their back four, of course, Utabi, so McCarthy, the guy that's supposed to be experienced, which is Miguel. Schoolboy errors now and again, unnecessary yellow cards. I mean, we cannot say that he's integrating to, the league, but he seemed to be that person who, if teams they can be able to plan around him, he is going to be that weakest link. And Cross as well on the left side. And when we look at Kaizer Chiefs today, right, they wanted to play more on transition, trying to release balls quicker, give it to Mdu, try to release one of the three guys, and he did that very well, right, couple of times, but there was where the players that he's supposed to supply, they kind of not read where he wants to play the ball, or he's rushing, and sometimes he has this thing of not wanting to play simple, and say fancy, and really you don't understand, just keep it simple. But really in the first half, as I said, when we look at Stellenbosch, right, we're going to cover the whole game. Stellenbosch came, I think for me, it looked like a 4-2-3-1. And most teams play like that. So they have the debutant, which is Unkwali from Spurs, right? Cape Town Spurs, that he was signed. He comes in for Uqaba from the previous game that they played against Amazulu, MTN 8. On the right, very impressive, the Nigerian guy, Eninyima, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Coming in that void, very impressive, a big guy, a big guy. In the left, Umtaka. Damn, my boy. Yeah. I've been crying about Umtaka, and I just felt like for him, I really don't know last season what happened. Maybe it's because he was injured, but I don't really think that, because he was doing well, then you just bring Pasadena, but we know Pasadena also is his quality. So, we can argue that one. In the middle of the park, they had the forever active, Butaka, so Butaka was replacing Kiba, right, from the previous game, another good player in Kiba that they have. And he was playing with who?
Barnes.
No, he was not playing with Barnes.
Palace.
Oh, yes. He was playing with Palace. For me, I continuously say for me, Palace had a wonderful shift of a game throughout the game because I didn't know Palace has that ability in him. He can be able to be a defensive midfielder, get into the tackles. He was doing that, and I was like, oh man, I know you as an 8. I've never seen you play like this from the days of Maritzburg United. But it talks about evolving your game and probably the coach trying to mold you into being this kind of a player for us, you know, because maybe he's one of the young players that are left there because of Sihlenduli's departure. So now let's mold you and be able to be that guy for us. They had Sanela Bounce, Devin Titus and Cupido. And when you look at the first half, unfortunately to the young man who got the debut, right, Unkwali, right, that we can argue it's a red card or not, but they said it's a red card. They got a free kick, which was Kaizer Chiefs goal. But from there, it was like we're watching highlights first half, bro. Like, it was attack on attack on attack. And to be honest, when I started to kind of like look at that, it was quite flagrant that they're not going to win the game. You cannot be able to create so much chances, you understand? And not be able to convert. They were quite unfortunate, you know. Sanele Barnes with a goal post, you know. Was it David Titus? There's Enyima, you know, the cross that was played, Duba cleared it off the line, you know. And I love that as well. It's 1-on-1 defending, which a lot of people, they don't do that on a lot of teams where you have a player at the last pole, and if the ball comes, you know, first pole and last pole, that's how we used to play back then, you know. If something like that happens, because Peters was beaten by that header, you know, but the man
last pole
cleared it off, you know. Cupido, and he was really giving them tough time. I think specifically the Angolan guy, he is from Angola, right? Miguel. So he was not, you know, coming to the party. But again, you need to commend, as yesterday we commended Medupi, right, from Skukune. You see McCarthy. It has been time for these young guys to be able to be given the opportunity. I think he brought that maturity, and you swear that he's been playing for longer, you know. But the first stanza ended again, you know, 1-0, and again you do see Kaizer Chiefs were not being able to penetrate Stellenbosch open play. Second half came. They started off very well again. Sorry, I left Dion on that.
Dion in that breakdown.
So
we all know Dion.
You know, a brilliance that he brings. You know, some top tier. You cannot be able to talk about him. We've seen it. They come second stanza. So remember, Kaizer Chiefs, as I said to you, in the middle of the park, they were quite suffocated. And it was, yo, man, are you... Oh, damn. So it was like, no, man, what's this? You'd rather have more offensive and not defend, you know. But then they saw that, no, man, let's put in Umthetho Ateka Tungobo, and he did the dirty work as well, you know, even though I feel like they were, you know, still put on the back foot as well, you know. The subs for Stellenbosch, I think that's where Baka lost it. You understand? He has the guy from Mujela. He has Upili. You understand? Could have brought in those guys. He did very well by bringing in Ngaba, right? He could have done that. And that's what they did. So it was Ngaba, Moleisane, and the Nigerian guy. Now they were playing with 3, trying to push Umtaka. You understand? He could have done that and have more offensive players. Leave De Jong, you know, because Unku didn't give them anything. The number 8 guy didn't give them anything. Most of the players that come in, the new guy who was the national, the NFD top leading goal scorer, he didn't also like offer them anything other than just having to commit fouls and chase. But the game was high paced. You see your Devin Tete. So wherever they left off, bring Abo Pili, you know, the young man that I'm talking about, to keep it there. To keep it there. It is unfortunate, of course. the young man, Daka, you know, that was a clear penalty and another goal from a set piece, no open play. But I'm not saying that didn't happen. That happened due to the progression play into the last third of the opponents, which is the Stellies, and that of course it will have those kind of incidents happening so that they can be this kind of like goals, so in as much as I'm concluding this, I definitely, it is probably unheard of at most times. My man of the match, I'll give it to Palace. He did remarkably well, and you know what, as Amapagania, I can say we are insouciant, because we lost. But at the same time, you still have to be, looking forward to the midweek games that are coming up. And yeah, man, we'll continue to cover those games. Please continue to subscribe. And yeah, we'll talk next time.
Thank you very much, dog.